Yeah, it was what made you want to like explore comedy and like go into that field.
I think I've always been a silly kid when I was young, and I kind of just stumbled into it. I started telling jokes, other people's jokes at the job, and they were getting laughs, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of like that." So I would sneak in my little jokes that I would write in between. They would laugh the same way, and long story short, I kind of just went to an open mic. I didn't bomb, so I said, "Okay, this is something I could continue to keep trying." And it was something that I just kept pursuing afterwards.
Just what question do people ask you the most, like in regards to like your comedy career?
How do we have the balls to get on stage? Because they say, you're in a room full of strangers, everyone's looking at you, and how do you handle that? And I'm just like, well, I mean, it's something that comes with the territory. When you go do something like that, and um, it is weird. You do have to have a different kind of courage to do so, but like I said, it just comes with the territory of that. Just going up there doing it. The hardest part is getting on the stage, I would say.
Do you have like a mentor? Or have you ever had like a mentor or anybody that you've ever worked with?
Uh, Not necessarily a mentor. Uh, I do have a comedy friend who kind of is like my closer friend. His name is Mark Faison. It's interesting because I started before he did. He is like a mentor in a way. Yeah, I guess so.
Did you ever have any like comedy shows or anything that like inspired you or like helped shape your career at all? Like anything like inspiration wise?
Yeah, I would say every time I go see a touring comedian, I know I just seen Ali Sadiq. I know when he came here. Not sure if you know who that comedian is, but every time I see him, he's inspiring. Just his storytelling ability, just how he's so vulnerable on stage. All those types of things inspire me every time I see him.
And then do you have like a favorite comedy actor at all? Or
I would say Martin Lawrence. Uh, he's a good comedy actor. I definitely think. Oh, I mean Kevin Hart too. I actually like Kevin Hart acting more than his stand up. I
yeah.
definitely think he's a way more funny in his movies to me.
Is there a comedian that you like want to work with someday that's like on your like oh it'd be really cool to work with this person?
It would be really, really cool to work with Dave Chappelle. That would be dope. To just be able to see what he does and then, maybe being able to talk to him about comedy because I hear he is one of those guys that, he talks comedy all the time. So
Yeah.
I would definitely love to work with somebody like that.
Is there a comedian that you've worked with in the past that like you had a really great time working with them? Like
I think pretty much every comedian that I've worked with, you all pick up something from them. You all enjoy their company. And like I said, we're all silly. We all bounce ideas off of each other. So I would just say every comedian that I've probably been on stage with. Yeah.
is there any like advice you could give to someone who's like going to go into comedy or like is a new comedian kind of thing? Like
As far as advice, I always tell other comedians if I see them up and coming, work on you instead of trying to be what's funny. Work on your life, work on your experiences, your point of view, find your voice. Because a lot of times a lot of comedians get caught up into just trying to entertain the audience or trying to make them laugh instead of talking about who you are. I feel like the best way for someone to relate to you as a comedian is to, give your life experiences. And I mean, that's every time I talk to a new comedian, I try to give them that.
is there anything that you ever like refuse to joke about like on the comedy stage, like lines you won't cross, or you like everything's fair game?
Um, I try to stay away from current events a lot because I feel like they change so much. And then so many comedians touch on so many current events. I kind of try to stay away from the political stuff and the current events a lot, just because of how everyone attacks it. Like with what's going on with Kanye right now, I've stayed out of that. Like because I feel like so many people have an opinion about it. It's kind of hard to get a joke off when like I said, everyone's attacking it.
And what's like the best advice you've ever received?
With comedians, like I said, just the same thing that I was taught. I mean, same thing I tell other comedians. Really try to work on you and your life experiences.